Good morning, this is a screencast about Flow. This is a new feature that we're trying out, and here you can see I've got a setup here that allows me to refresh my categories automatically on a schedule. So let me show this how this works, and we'll work through it to build this up again. I'm going to go over to a new store now. This is a store that has just a few categories. Only one or two, no problems with the categories, but as you can see here down at the bottom, I haven't refreshed the categories in a little while, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a flow that allows me to refresh them automatically every day. Here is the Flow app on that site. You'll see I've got no workflow set up currently, so I'm going to create a workflow. I'll select a trigger, which is going to be a scheduled time, so I'll do a search for time, scheduled time. And that creates this little icon here. It then asks me to select the time this is going to run. I'm going to select a time that's just a few minutes into the future, so I'll select 9:40, and I'll say that I want that to repeat every day. The maximum amount of time I can refresh a category is once a day. If you select a higher frequency, like hours or minutes, it will run, but it won't actually refresh the categories, so you can only refresh them once a day, but they can be refreshed every day. So here I'm done with that. So I'm going to close this box and add an action based on this trigger. The action, I don't think I clicked that. Let me try that again. There we go. Oh, I did click it. The action is going to come from categories Uncomplicated. The action is called refresh categories. And here you can see I can automatically refresh my categories every day from the Shopify menus. All the issues are still reported in the category advisor. So if as a result of my refresh there are any issues, they will be shown in here in the category advisor. That's great. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to attach another action, which is a log output action, which just allows me to see if there is any output produced by this. And so I'm going to go in here in the output. I'm going to say output from latest run, and I'm going to add a variable. These are the variables that are available, and this is the message string that came out of refresh categories. So if there is a message that comes out of that, we'll be able to see it there. This is looking like a good workflow. The time is 9:39, so I'm going to turn on the workflow, which means it should run in about a minute's time and every day at 9:40. If I now give it a title, this is my category refresh, my daily category refresh workflow, and that's been saved. So now I can just click exit, and I can see that in the front page of the flow, this is the workflow we've just designed. It's got all the elements in it. I can see also that the recent runs is just starting, because then of course it is 9:40, so that's running. And if I give this a few moments and refresh the page, it will tell me that that run is completed. If I click on the run, I can see more information about it. If I scroll down here, I can see the logs, and for this step I can see that there was a refresh done on my shop. The message that came back was refresh completed at, and the time that it was completed at. And if I look at the step that followed it, this log output, there is the output message, which of course repeats from the previous stage. One of the things about Shopify Flow is that the output here will only be visible if you add a log output block. If you're not worried about the output, then that's no problem at all. But as I say, the crucial element of this is that any issues that are reported, because there's a screen you wouldn't necessarily see, are reported in the category advisor. That means that on this page, if I refresh it, I can see that the last refresh happened at 9:40 a.m., 8:40 allowing for the time difference. And when I go in here, I can see there were no issues, so there's no problem with that. If I pick a site like my test site, one which has a lot of issues, these issues are visible in the category advisor, and I strongly recommend using manual refreshes for sites that have issues. Category refresh is meant to be a manual operation. It's meant to be done in an interactive way. So when I refresh my categories, the idea is that I then see this summary that shows me that there are issues, and I can solve those issues. Strongly recommend solving issues if you have any, because they are the sort of things that upset your breadcrumbs and icons. Great. That's it for today. Thank you very much for your attention, and best of luck with your store.